single in a small town. Some of the
Yes.
challenges.
I never mix professional with personal. I
Very
feel
smart.
like if you run a business, you need to stick with the business, and then on your own free time, then have personal. But a lot of people, approach me for their business and then turn it into personal.
Try to segue.
Yes, it's like a gateway.
They're having the same problem you are, though. Small town.
Yeah,
Meeting
so
people.
so definitely that's not a way to approach me, because then I don't think I can use your business. Yeah, so if I need something fixed or something and I ask you, like, I need this fixed, or we're talking and then you're like, can I go out on a date? Well, then it's a little awkward, because what if something happens and we don't work out?
And now you
But
don't. And then now you can't get your car fixed anywhere
yes,
in town.
now I'm stuck with you. Like, I'm stuck.
You're speaking from some emotional scarring.
Yes.
So I guess this has happened.
Yeah, I needed an appliance, and the appliance. I still don't have an appliance. It's like 2 months later, and I'm just like, you know what? Never mind.
What happened?
Well, I just needed a dishwasher, and guy was kind of hitting on me, and then calling me afterwards, and then he was helpful, and
Really helpful. Like
yeah,
over the.
he was over the top helpful. He would not do this probably for anybody else. So he was really trying to help me out. My dishwasher was not fitting.
Great employee.
Yeah, top A. And it was just not fitting in there correctly. The person ended up having a girlfriend, so it was even more awkward. So he tried to add me on Facebook and
Try
calling.
to hide
and
the fact that you had a girlfriend.
no, no. So I don't need a dishwasher anymore. I hand wash my dishes. I can't deal with it. Even if I go get my oil changed, it's always an ordeal. Any time that I need anything, it's always an ordeal, because people just hit on me or whatever. And,
Why did you bring up oil change?
because
Did you pick that out of the blue, or
no,
just kidding?
I just,
That was too
I
specific.
just went and got my oil changed earlier, and they're like, "Come on,
Today?
gorgeous." Yes, yeah, today. I was cleaning out my storage unit earlier for work, and I was hot and irritated, and I just needed my oil change. So, I did get my oil change, but it's awkward still. You have to sit there. I mean, I understand.
Have you thought about walking around like a trench coat?
It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. I mean, I literally had my hair up earlier. I was hot and sweaty, sweat running off my face, and it was still.
This has also happened to zero guys.
Yes, I get
It's
jealous.
unique to this side of the couch.
I guarantee you could get a dishwasher. Guarantee.
It wouldn't
You
even
would
be
have
an
no
issue.
problems.
I'd never talk to that guy again. And I'd be so happy. In
No
fact,
problems.
if he did text me wanting to drink, I might say yes. If he's a nice guy, maybe we'll be friends forever. Also, he knows how to put a dishwasher in. Maybe he loses his job and he joins our maintenance company. So it's just a
Yeah.
completely different set of
I mean,
issues.
he went to the ends of the earth to try to help me out to get that dishwasher in. Good worker for me, but I don't know that he would work that way for you.
No, but if he did, I would remember it. And then every once in a while, someone will lose their job and they'll reach out. If I remember them being a good employee, I will give them a chance. I've done that many times.
So where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? I don't know.
Had a long day already. It's Friday. It's Friday evening, and we're working still. I guess that's the property game.
That's per usual.
Yeah, it is. Hey, guys. Barrett Freeman here with PropertyTales Podcast. I'm here with Kayla Yokley. She's a real estate agent that works for Freeman Brothers Realty. And we are going to do episode 13 of the PropertyTales Podcast. So thanks for joining us. So you're a realtor.
Yes.
How is that?
Good.
You enjoy it?
I love it.
How long have you been a realtor?
A little over 2 years.
What made you decide to get into realty?
Well, I have a cousin that's in real estate, and her husband are both in real estate, just as side jobs. They just started flipping houses and kind of selling them. So that's where I got the idea. But I love looking at houses. It's so much fun.
But you're a true salesman at heart.
Yes.
I feel like you would, if it wasn't houses, it'd be something else.
Yeah, I love sales. Love sales. But houses are more fun.
Also, it's a bigger money than most things.
Yes.
I think the next level up are like planes. Other than that, I mean, houses are the biggest thing. So, so what was your first job?
Lifeguard.
Oh, that suits you.
Yeah.
Have you always been into like fitness and
Yes.
outdoor things? Did you
Yeah.
play sports?
Yeah, I was a swimmer.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
In fact, it's not like we're having like deep conversations. Our text streams probably looks like two psychopaths. So it's like podcast, yes, okay, 3 o'clock. There's no personality or
No,
yeah. And
straight to the cut.
you have to. I mean, we're busy,
Yeah.
especially you. I mean, you kind of have so real estate. How do you split your time during the week?
Well, my other job is like during the day, but I am able to step away and take phone calls for real estate, if I need to. And then I can show houses or, do whatever in the afternoon. So that's kind of how I do things. And then on the weekend, I do real estate. So
Is it a 50-50 split, or is it skewed one way?
no, it's definitely 50-50.
Are you cool with talking about your other sales job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do sales for a tobacco company.
How very Kentucky of you.
That is such a Kentucky thing.
So proud.
So Southern.
It's also would you say it's a dying industry, or is it still going pretty strong?
No, not in Kentucky. Kentucky's like, we're still smoking out there. Not me, but other
But light up those cigarettes, kids.
people. You guys might be.
But did the industry pivot to, I guess, electric everything? Are you dealing with any of that?
Like the younger generation does the vape or whatever, but the older people are like die hard.
And do you specialize in one product, or
Yeah, we have certain brands, so.
so it's brand specific?
Yeah. Yeah, so each company like owns their own brand or like cigars, cigarettes. We do e-cigarettes, so I sell houses and tobacco.
Have you ever tried a cigarette?
No.
You don't look like the type.
No.
You do look like the type that could have been talked at one point into at least trying a cigar.
No.
Not even a cigar?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I also don't know you
I
that
just
well.
want oxygen in my lungs.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
I've smoked a few cigars. I can count on one hand how many cigars I've tried, but I've never made it past like a few puffs. Like I got sick the first time. Second time I was just like, it just doesn't taste that good. But it's also kind of a masculine thing. And so if like all the dudes are doing it, I'll just be like, like I'll take a little puff, but I mean, it's
Just like pretend to do it.
well, I have asthma, so I'm
Yeah.
just asking for a rough next day if I
Right.
do smoke. So, but yeah, you're kind of an adventurer yourself.
Yes.
So, what was your? I saw your most recent trip. I think it was the cruise, or was it another one?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to a cruise to Alaska.
Yeah, how was it?
Good.
Would you recommend it?
I loved it. It was great. The cruise life is a little bit slower for me because I'm like a go, go, go. I don't really like to sit down. So I think cruise is good for Alaska. But would I go on another cruise to like the Caribbean? No.
That's exactly my attitude. I feel like I'm trapped on a boat.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know what else to do besides like eat and sit and sleep and go to the gym. I ran every single day. But like besides that, you can go to shows or whatever. But I'm more like I don't like the time limit thing either.
What do you mean?
Like when you get off the boat,
Oh.
you only have like, so many hours, 8 hours. Like I don't really like to be like told what to do.
Oh, I'm agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So they're like at 4:00. If you're on the boat, we're leaving.
Yeah. Like if you're not here, we're gone. Sorry.
Where did the boat leave?
From Seattle. Seattle.
And then it went just straight to Alaska.
Yeah. So I flew out a day early to go to Seattle because it only makes sense while you're there to explore Seattle for a day. Plus, I wanted to make sure that my luggage got there, which it actually didn't. So good thing I went a day early. I never, ever, ever check a bag.
So yeah, that's exactly me, because if your luggage is lost, it could ruin your whole week.
Yeah, so I never check a bag on the way. When I go to Europe, I always just take a backpack. And then on the way back, I'll check it because I can, really care less if it gets back. But
Yeah, that's exactly my attitude.
yeah.
And then it feels like maybe 3 or 4 weeks before that, you went to Spain.
Yeah.
How was Spain? I've never
Good.
been.
Good. It was super hot. It was like 108.
What were the highlights of that trip?
Well, I stayed on like the coast. So like at the bottom. I didn't do like Barcelona or anything. I just stayed at the bottom. So, I don't know, just seeing the culture. They don't really use AC like we do. So like you're like sitting in a restaurant sweating.
That sounds. I guess you get used to anything, but
Yeah, they just like use fans.
personal fans.
Just like ceiling fans. and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like even in their house and stuff, like they don't use like AC like we do. So they're fine with it, but I thought it was hot.
Was that the Mediterranean?
Yeah.
I've seen the Mediterranean in several countries, but not in Spain. Is it a rocky beach?
It was like little bitty So I know some people that live there, and they say that it's like they dumped sand on that beach, and it used to be like rocky, and they said that like most of the beaches are rocks. But so like I was laying on the beach, and it's like black sand, and it was 108 degrees, and I noticed like everybody was running to the water, and I was like, oh, everybody's like having such a fun time, like playing chase to get to the water, and then I realized when I went up to get to the water, it's because the sand was so hot, it was burning your feet.
So you had to literally sprint.
Yeah, you had to literally sprint or wear your flip flops, but I thought everybody was like racing, like race.
So they're
And
like
then-
top speed into the water.
Yeah, so then I noticed like the people, there's not that many people in the water, so I was like, well, maybe people just don't like to swim, like they like to tan. So then I get in the water and it like takes my breath away, and I realize, well, it's because the water is like ice and it's freezing.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Middle of summer, it's freezing.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it just is like kind of a current, like a current like moves the water so quickly. It can't heat up, but
I was in Italy in June, but I didn't touch the water.
at all.
No. We went to a town called Capri,
Yes.
which is really, really nice. But yeah, we just didn't touch the water, and the beaches there sucked. It was just like rocky, like painful rocks. Like you couldn't walk on it barefoot.
Oh wow.
So, but there was so much to do in it. I mean, I just basically ate for 10 days, and that was kind of what I wanted out of it anyway. But yeah, I've been I was in Italy, but I couldn't tell you if the water was cold or not, and no one was in the water because the beaches suck so bad.
And it's probably because the water's freezing.
It's just bizarre. Maybe it's because it's a newer beach geologically.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not been around long enough for the rocks to be beat into sand. I think I actually heard that. I think the Mediterranean's not very old.
I have no idea. I just know that it was the coldest water that I've ever felt.
Where else have you traveled to?
I've been to 5 countries in 36 states.
What countries?
Canada, France.
I guess you can count Canada. I'll give you Canada.
That's totally a different country.
I've never been.
Oh, I like it. It's cool.
I just feel like I'm going to Northern America.
Well, if you go like too far north, it's like they speak French, like Quebec.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, France.
Oh yeah.
Spain.
France, Canada, Spain, Portugal, Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
How was Norway?
So I chose Norway because I don't like to be like everybody else, and everybody was going to Iceland, and I thought Iceland was pretty cool. Like it looked cool, but I was like, everybody goes to Iceland. So I was like, what is a country that no one goes to? And I was like, Norway.
You look Norwegian.
I got that a lot while I was there. Everyone was asking me if I was from Denmark.
Blonde.
Yeah,
Blue-eyed.
blonde. Yeah, fair skin.
What's Yokley? Where's that name from?
I don't know.
I'd guess English.
Maybe. I haven't looked into it.
Not once.
No.
That's kind of a normal thing that we talk about in our culture. Like, I mean, where's your parents' side? What's your dad from? Where's your mom from?
I feel like nobody really knows, though.
Like in your family, no one's just taking like the initiative.
I feel like I've never asked
Oh.
because I'm just like, well, we're from where we're from.
Do you think your family's been in America a long time?
I get.
You literally have no
probably.
idea?
I literally have no idea.
So both my sides are pretty new to America, so that's why I know.
Oh.
Like my grandmother came over from Turkey, and so obviously I know where she's from. Like she grew up speaking Armenian.
That's so cool. I wanna go to Turkey.
I want to go to Turkey too. I've got cousins there.
Wow. I want to go to Cappadocia.
Is that in Turkey?
I think that's how you say it. That's how I say it.
Is that on the coast?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I want to go to Istanbul because that's just where my
Yeah.
family's from. But I think that's right dead center in the middle of the country. Like I don't think it's close to the water.
Hmm.
So our property manager Thomas from England, it's really popular to go to Turkey for like spring break.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they'll take their their week off from school. Their families will go there for the beach.
Wow.
So
I didn't even realize it was like a beachy. Like all the pictures I've seen have been like mountainous, rocky.
I imagine the Middle East.
Desert.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. I don't know if that's fair.
Yeah.
But Tom just went last month.
To Turkey?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yep, for the beach.
I didn't know that.
There's nice resorts, like world class resorts.
Okay.
But I'm like, why not go to like Greece if you're going for like world class resorts on the beach? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
that's like all there is to do in Greece.
I don't think that I'm like a resort person.
I'm a resort person.
You're a resort. I'm more of a like middle of nowhere. I want to like hop on a bus and get lost kind of person.
I think that we're best as business buddies instead of life buddies.
Because like in Norway and Portugal, I stayed in hostels.
Bold, very bold.
That's like my thing. I love it.
I did hostels when I was like 20 and broke, but now that I'm 37 and have money,
Well, so I stay in like high-end hostels, but so in my defense,
I've never heard the phrase high-end hostel. I don't believe you. Is that really a thing, or are you just saying that?
I think it's a high-end hostel. My friends
it's a
won't.
Kayla's
Yeah, it's
definition.
Yeah, my friends won't stay in hostels, but I think it's more safe. People think it's dangerous, but I think it's more safe.
Well, I think the numbers would disagree.
because I would be lonely in a hotel room just by myself, and somebody could follow me. Right?
I feel like there's cameras, and maybe the hostels have them.
I don't know, but then you can meet people from all around the world.
So you prefer the hostels?
Yes, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I could be convinced.
Yeah, because like in the hostels that I've stayed at, like once a week we'll all get together and we can each cook a dish from our country, and we have like a big, dinner. So you can all get together and eat like different things from all around the world, and I don't know.
I prefer that, but at the bar at the resort. Like, oh, let's have a drink, and then where are you from? That's so neat.
I just feel like it's so touristy. And literally I'm traveling out all day long, and the only thing I'm going to do is sleep. So I'm literally going to take a shower and sleep and then wake up and leave. So I'm not like hanging out. Maybe if I had someone to travel with me, but I travel solo. So
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I was waiting for you to. But yeah, you do all this by yourself.
yeah.
I think you would actually get a lot of legs out of doing some kind of travel blog.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of your pictures on Instagram. I guess Instagram's kind of your travel blog, but people get paid for that stuff.
Yeah, so I love Instagram just because you can search like the hashtags, and that's how I get like a lot of the ideas of places that I go.
I need you to show me how to do Instagram better. It's the one platform that I don't use for like our companies.
Yeah, I still don't like that it's a square. It bothers me sometimes.
Like the formatting.
Yeah, like the way it's cut. Sometimes my pictures just don't turn out as good as like a Facebook post.
I mean, do you plan it the way it's going to look on Instagram when you take the picture?
No.
Oh, that would help.
Yeah, probably.
We do that with our video. So,
Okay.
like, I've got my iPhone sideways because it looks better in cinematic mode. And if
That
it's
makes
up and down when I'm editing, it'll just be like a tight box, and so it kind of decreases my editing options. And then this camera's shooting in horizontal. I'm struggling with this shirt. The shirt was a mistake. It was.
It's too late for that.
Yeah, it is. Well, because we both were working right before we did this, and I was at my law firm, and I was like, "What's a good shirt that I can wear to the law firm, tucked in and then untuck, and it seemed casual?" And this has like flamingos on it, so I was like, "Okay, I can pull up professional tucked in, but if it's untucked, I look like I'm like a fun dude."
Guys can get away with a lot more like on dress code wise than females can.
What do you mean?
Like guys can wear like polos, and it looks like it can either look casual or it can look dressy. And female, like I feel like guys don't have that many options, so it's like easier. Like girls have so many options.
That's true, but I'm basically in a suit all day, so
Yeah.
that makes it very easy.
Right.
And being a lawyer and a broker, and someone that's posting a lot on social media, like I kind of have to look the part anyway. So, but what I'm saying is it's really nice. Like I have a lot of pressure to be in a suit, and also it makes my options easy because basically you wear the same type of suit and I just change up the tie.
Right. Right. I feel like my wardrobe is like all over the place.
You don't eat McDonald's.
No, absolutely not.
When was the last time you had McDonald's? I know you were probably trapped in a cave and like the kidnapper was like one thing they gave you for a week, but
Honestly, I think it was during COVID. I went out to Montana, and absolutely nothing was open, and I was starving. And then I was so sick the next day and that night. I was so sick.
it was probably made well. Your body just didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
with
my
it.
body does not eat any of that. I don't eat anything like greasy or anything that's McDonald's. No.
So I'm going to try to phrase this in a way that doesn't make me sound like a weirdo. So you're young, attractive, and in a small town in Kentucky. How's that going? Does it have challenges?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you meet people?
How do I meet? I don't. I don't. I just literally do this. I don't know. I just go to work, go to the gym, go home, work, travel. So most of the people that I meet are like out on my travels, not like in this town.
Which
So-
is not helpful. I mean, you can't date someone in Norway.
right.
You'd have to move, or they'd have to move.
Exactly.
It's not an
yeah.
option.
And then on the weekends, I spend my time in Lexington or in Knoxville. So
You and I live a mile away from each other. Did you hear something?
yeah, that was a doorbell.
Mm.
Yes. My Spanish? Not well. Why?
Young, single, small town.
Is it still recording?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So, what I was saying before we were interrupted was you and I live about a mile away from each other, and I did not know you until we started working together.
Correct.
And I met you because I think I saw. Oh, I remember what happened. We realized that we needed agents, but I didn't want to step on toes of anybody. And you had you were active, but like you had, I think it's been 2 months since you had a listing, and I think that maybe because your broker was maybe not utilizing you and your strengths. I mean, he didn't put you on one podcast.
Right. We do a lot more podcasts here.
Well, or in pictures and reels and
Right.
TikToks, and people are going to know when we have a house for sale.
Right. Yeah.
So
we're very advertising.
Well, what I appreciate about you is you're very image conscious, and I
Yes.
wanted agents that were image conscious because some of the agents in our town aren't quite as image conscious, to put it nicely.
Right.
And there's not somebody that I'd want to represent my brokerage. And so I reached out to you, and we had a few meetings, and I thought we'd work well together, and so here we are. So that's how we met. But anyway, single in a small town. Some of the challenges.
I never mix professional with personal or
Smart.
business with personal. I
Very
feel like
smart.
if you run a business, you need to stick with the business, and then on your own free time, then have personal. But a lot of people, approach me for their business and then turn it into personal.
Try to segue.
Yes, it's like a gateway.
But
But
they're having the same problem you are, though. Small town.
yeah,
meeting
so
people.
yeah, so definitely that's not a way to approach me, because then I don't think I can use your business. And then
Like awkward, like
yeah, it's just because I don't do that. I don't do that because it makes it very awkward.
like I just turned you down, but also let's do business together for the next
Yes.
6 months.
Yeah. So if I need something fixed or something, and I ask you, like, I need this fixed, or we're talking, and then you're like, can I go out on a date? Well, then it's a little awkward, because what if something happens and we don't work out, or like the date goes wrong?
And now you
But-
don't, and then now you can't get your car fixed anywhere
Yes.
in town.
Now I'm stuck with you. Like, I'm stuck. I don't know. It's bad. You don't do that.
So you're speaking from some emotional scarring.
Yes.
So I guess this has happened.
Yeah. I needed an appliance, and the appliance. I still don't have an appliance. It's like 2 months later, and I'm just like, you know what? Never mind.
What happened?
Well, I just needed a dishwasher, and I mean, the guy was kind of hitting on me, and then calling me afterwards, and then like.
So you had
adding
to give
me.
them you had to give like the company your number, right? To
Right.
coordinate.
So yeah, so they got it off the the
Like the work order.
the work order, which is fine, and he was helpful, and
Really helpful. Like
yeah.
over the.
He was over the top helpful. He would not do this probably for anybody else. So he was really trying to help me out. My dishwasher was not fitting.
Great employee.
Yeah, top A. And it was just not fitting in there correctly. And so he was, good person, but yeah, probably not. Don't call me afterwards. And like, the person ended up having a girlfriend, so it was even more awkward. So he tried to like add me on Facebook, and like,
Try to
calling.
hide
And
the fact that you had a girlfriend?
no, no, no. So I don't need a dishwasher anymore. I hand wash my dishes. I can't deal with it.
And you're not interested in a throuple situation?
No, no.
A harem situation?
No, and even if I go get my oil changed, it's like always an ordeal. Like anytime that I need anything, it's always an ordeal because people just hit on me or whatever. And,
Why did you bring up oil change?
Because
Did you pick that out of the blue? Or
no,
just kidding.
I just,
That was too
I
specific.
just went and got my oil changed earlier, and they're like, "Come on,
Today?
gorgeous." Yes, yeah, today.
I didn't know that was today.
And I'm, I was cleaning out my storage unit earlier for work, and I was hot and irritated, and I just needed my oil change. So, I did get my oil change, but it's awkward still. You have to sit there, and you're just like, well, this is awkward. Like, so, I mean, I understand.
Have you thought about walking around like a trench coat?
It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. I mean, I literally had my hair up earlier. Like, I was hot and sweaty, like sweat running off my face, and it was still.
You're like a wet towel.
Yeah.
You're like, this isn't.
Yeah, even if I was in a sweatshirt, I think it would still happen. I don't know. I just never mix personal and business. Never, ever. It's like #1 rule. Never.
I guess that's what. Well, I was going to make the joke like, have you ever thought about using your powers for good? But
No, I never
But you
do.
are
I
because
never
you're in
do.
sales.
Well, I mean, I believe that if you come to me, it's because you want me to sell something, or you want me to sell you something, or you
Sure.
want, your house to be sold, or, not because of the way I look.
No,
but
of course, but if guys have a choice,
yes.
and girls, I think
Yeah.
I think guys and girls respect somebody like well put together, dressed well, clearly takes care of themselves. If you have a choice.
Definitely,
And
yeah.
so-
I mean, that's how everybody kind of picks people to work with. Like, you want someone that you can trust. You have to look trustworthy. You have to look professional.
I talk about it all the time. I'm really good at sounding like I know what I'm talking about because I do. But
Yes.
I'm good at sounding like what I talk about. But also, I'm very image conscious. I'm in a suit every day.
Yes.
I'm backing up what I'm saying with the way I look, and then also with my actions after. And so you've
Right.
got to kind of mesh those two,
Right.
and then you'll be successful.
Yeah, even when you say, like, Kayla, just be casual. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't go on there like so casual.
Yeah, I
I'm
knew you
still-
wouldn't show up in sweatpants.
No, never. Because you represent, I always think that I represent, the company that I work for, and I want people to see that.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice.
Yeah.
Any other sales advice before we get off here?
Not that I can think of.
Don't hit on your real estate agent.
Yeah.
They appreciate the business, not the sexual attention.
Right.
Attention, not tension.
I mean, I can only speak for myself. Maybe
No.
other people. I don't know.
We were talking about this before we even started filming. This has also happened to 0 guys.
Yes, I get
It's
jealous.
unique to this side of the couch.
I guarantee you could get a dishwasher. Guarantee.
It wouldn't
You
even
would
be
have
an
no
issue.
problems.
I'd never talk to that guy again, and I'd be so happy. In
No
fact,
problems.
if he did text me wanting to drink, I might say yes. If he's a nice guy, maybe we'll be friends forever. Also, he knows how to put a dishwasher in. Maybe he loses his job and he joins our maintenance company. So it's just a
Yeah.
completely different set of
I mean,
issues.
he went to the ends of the earth to try to help me out to get that dishwasher in. Like, good worker for me, but I don't know that he would work that way for you.
No, but if he did, I would remember it. And then, it does happen from time to time, especially because we have these relationships with these companies because
Yeah.
we do so much business. Every once in a while, someone will lose their job and they'll reach out. If I remember them being a good employee, I will give them a chance. I've done that many times.
Yeah, like I literally used to wear like a wedding ring around, just so that people would think that I'm, to just cut that out,
The,
just
rela-
so I don't even have to deal with it.
the reverse creep move, like guys
Yeah.
going to Vegas and taking the wedding rings
Yes.
off.
Yeah,
you
I
go to
put it on.
Vegas and put one on. That's hilarious.
But then also, like, you're never gonna get a date. So if you do see somebody out,
You're like
you're
trying to.
like, wait a minute. But,
Have you had to like discreetly remove it?
Yeah, in one situation, because even when I travel, a lot of the times I still do that. So yeah, you have to. It could work with or with, for or against you.
But how expensive was the wedding ring you bought yourself?
Oh, it was like $5.
I loved it. It was like some big, like gaudy
It
diamond.
was, yeah, it was. It was pretty big because I was like, people need to be able to see it.
Big old fat.
Yeah,
wedding
I'm like,
ring.
sorry, I'm married, and they're like, oh, but people start asking questions sometimes. and you got to kind of come up with something pretty fast.
And just
I
shut it
didn't-
down quickly.
I didn't think that one through.
Did you shut the conversation down quickly, or did you just try to make
Yeah.
up some backstory
No,
about
I-
your happy life with your husband and dog?
No,
and-
because I just got nervous, so I was like, he's out of town.
He works all the time. I'm so lonely. Take it off. So, all right, we got to wrap this up. But thank you for coming on. Let's do this a lot more.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, this has been the Property Tales podcast, and this has been Kayla, and I've been Barrett. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
That was so fun.
Fun. Oh my gosh.
People are going to love those stories.
So fun.